Imagine you wake up tomorrow morning and the coffee in your mug floats. Not spills, floats. Slowly rising in a thin brown spiral toward the ceiling. You blink, you rub your eyes. But it doesn't stop. You reach out to grab it and your hand drifts upward too, barely, almost gently. Like someone has turned the dial on the universe just one click to the left. That is where this story begins. Not in a lab, not in a textbook. In your kitchen, at 7 in the morning, when gravity quietly decided it was done. We take it for granted every single second of our lives. That invisible force pulling you into your chair right now, keeping your blood in your feet, keeping the oceans from peeling off the planet like wet tissue paper. We never think about it. We never thank it. It is the most powerful relationship in your life, and you have never once acknowledged it. So today, we are going to break it, completely, scientifically, beautifully, and we are going to watch a city fall apart when it does. Let us set the scene. A major metropolitan city, dense, loud, rushing. Millions of people moving through glass towers and underground tunnels and packed intersections. Then, at precisely 9:04 in the morning, gravity weakens by 30%. Just 30%. Not gone, not reversed. Just quieter. A whisper where there used to be a shout. In the first 90 seconds, most people do not even notice. They feel lighter on their feet. There is an odd buoyancy to their step. A few people laugh, thinking they are just having a good morning. Runners in the park suddenly find their stride effortless. A child on a swing goes higher than she ever has. A construction worker on the 32nd floor looks down and for the first time in years does not feel the familiar pull in his stomach. Something feels off, but nothing feels wrong. Not yet. Then the water towers go. Those massive iron tanks sitting on top of every city building holding hundreds of thousands of liters of water. They are engineered around one assumption, the full pull of Earth's gravity. With 30% of that removed, the pressure calculations go sideways instantly. Water mains running underground begin behaving erratically. Pressure differences that were calibrated for a specific gravitational constant start producing results no engineer planned for. Water does not shoot upward, it just moves wrong. Slowly at first, then with increasing confidence. By the 4-minute mark, the traffic situation becomes something no algorithm has ever modeled. Cars, particularly older models and trucks, are calibrated for road friction that depends on the weight pressing tires down onto asphalt. With less gravitational force, heavier vehicles begin losing traction in corners. A bus making a routine left turn slides 4 feet wider than the driver intended. Nobody is hurt, but something primal in the driver's face shifts. He knows something is wrong. He just does not have the word for it. Now come the birds. And this is where it gets genuinely surreal. Migratory birds and pigeons navigate partly using magnetoreception. They sense the Earth's magnetic field, but they also have an internal calibration tied to gravitational cues. Suddenly, tens of thousands of birds in the city begin moving strangely. Not panicked, not fleeing, just confused. They circle. They descend to strange altitudes. They land on ledges they would never normally choose. One photographer catches a perfect image, 1,000 starlings hovering at the exact same height, completely still in the air, like a painting someone forgot to animate. The river running through the city is the most dramatic visible change. Water, as a liquid, wants to find equilibrium. Its surface always perfectly perpendicular to the local gravitational field. As gravity softens, the river's surface tension behaves differently. The water does not leave the banks, but its motion changes. Waves that would normally complete a cycle become stretched. The current slows at the surface and quickens at the bottom. Fishermen standing at the banks notice their lines hanging at angles that make no sense. One man's lure floats. He will talk about this for the rest of his life. Underground, the subway system, an engineering miracle built entirely around the assumption of stable Earth gravity, begins experiencing pressure anomalies in the ventilation shafts. Air that is normally pushed predictably through tunnels by train movement starts pooling in unexpected sections. Passengers on one southbound train hear a low harmonic hum they have never heard before. The resonant frequency of the tunnel itself slightly shifting under new load conditions. Then comes the human body. And this is the part nobody talks about in the fantasy version of this story. The cardiovascular system, your heart, your arteries, the whole beautiful pumping network, is tuned to Earth's gravity. Your heart knows exactly how hard to push blood upward to your brain against gravitational resistance. With 30% less resistance, blood pressure dynamics change, not catastrophically, not immediately. But by the 90-minute mark, hospitals across the city begin logging a wave of patients reporting dizziness, visual disturbances, a sensation of fullness in the head. The brain is receiving blood at slightly different pressures than it expects. The body is not broken, it is just confused. It is recalibrating in real time with tools that were never designed for this. And then, just as suddenly as it whispered, gravity speaks again at full volume. Everything that had subtly drifted returns. Water pressure normalizes in one sharp pulse. Birds scatter from their hovering formation all at once like a single organism deciding to run. The river's surface slaps back to normal, and every human body in that city simultaneously feels heavier than they have ever felt in their lives. Not because gravity increased, but because they had forgotten what it felt like. Here is the truth that this imagined breakdown reveals. Gravity is not a background feature of your world. It is the author of every single structure around you. The slope of a roof, the depth of a foundation, the thickness of a bone, the height of a wave, the pressure in your arteries. All of it is a conversation with that one constant force that has never once taken a day off in 4.5 billion years. The day gravity failed was not the day the world ended. It was the day the world introduced itself. And standing in the wreckage of normalcy, coffee floating, birds hovering, rivers forgetting which way to flow, maybe for the first time, you looked up at nothing in particular and said, "Oh, so that is what you were doing this whole time."